business because they want to stop dead. You're nasty.
I'm not your enemy. I'm
Sagittarius, so you know I'm an optimist.
Shut up. You should be happy I'm here. You know, I'm showing you bitches how to do it.
And but fully aware of what y'all say about me.
Fuck the bitch.
Number one.
You're beneath me, you will always be. Don't ever get it twisted.
I'ma cut the bitch.
See, that's what I'm talking. Vagina. Give me some of that vagina.
Suck some dick.
If you don't like me, that's fine. But, you know,
cut the bitch.
Y'all bitches is stupid. Y'all bitches is miserable. Y'all bitches is dumb. Y'all bitches gonna make me go back to my old ways. And I've been trying to change, but y'all got me fucked up.
What's up? It's your girl Kane and welcome to Sagittarius Vibes, where I pop shit, we politic, and I keep it player. Now come outside, ho, and let's run these streets. Now, y'all, excuse my voice. I am just getting over a cold, cause girl, I've been outside running these streets for real. It is 81 degrees outside, so of course I had to step out for a second, y'all. Because it's been so much shit going on in the streets and it's still just Thursday. So, y'all, while I'm outside, guess who I run into? I run into this shit with Cardi and Lotto. Now, let's get into it. So, y'all, last year around September, a phone call had leaked with Cardi cussing Ice Spice management out. Yes, Ice Spice management. At that time, Cardi and Ice Spice had a little back and forth, you know, like a little weird ass tension, I guess, because they both from the Bronx. You know, everybody want to be queen of the Bronx. And they had a little back and forth. Nothing too major that I felt like it would cause for Cardi to be calling Ice Spice people and cussing them clean the hell out, talking about she was going to beat Ice Spice up. Isn't that something, girl? This girl always threatening somebody, but nonetheless, in that phone call, she decided that she was going to call Lotto a pussy. And she called Lotto a pussy based off the fact that Lotto and Ice Spice had squashed their beef. And per Cardi words, Lotto is a pussy simply because of just that. Because she decided to take the mature route and not prolong a one-sided ass beef that, in my opinion, I feel like Lotto started. Stay with me, y'all. Cardi called Lotto as a pussy like 6-7 times, right? I'm gonna say roughly about a couple days later, Lotto seen the shit online. And this is after Cardi's album dropped and after Lotto got on the Airtime remix with Cardi. Lotto heard and saw the shit, but she did not say anything. But what she did do at one of her shows that she was performing at, she made it very known that she heard what Cardi said and emphasized the word pussy throughout the duration of her whole show that she was performing at. So, y'all, Cardi decided to call herself making a public tweet. I will not say that that was an apology. I feel like it was very fucking backhanded. So let me read it to y'all and y'all tell me what y'all think. So, y'all, the first tweet that Cardi wrote was, I was ranty and hot at the moment, but I fuck with Lotto heavy. I respect everything about her, including her team. That's so sweet. And nope, I'm not too prideful to apologize to somebody I really respect. So this is my public apology. And now I'ma privately buy her a bag. Now, Cardi, I know you fucking lying. Because, girl, what would make you think that you could do a backhanded half-ass apology after you done got online and called this girl a pussy? So your fast forward, the situation between Cardi and Lotto was quiet for a while. Lotto hadn't spoke on anything about it, and Cardi did not publicly speak on anything else about it. And for the most part, the general consensus thought the shit was dead because, you know, like Cardi said, Lotto a pussy. So what was Lotto really gonna say? Because if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. Well, bitch, Lotto drops Big Mama May 29th, and in one of her songs, Gimme That, Lotto said your ghostwriter need another reader. Talking about buying Big Mama a bag like my nigga ain't already bought it. Wish a bitch would get in the booth. I'ma call up Black Boy Max. And she basically said, like, bitch, don't ever play with me like you just gonna buy me a motherfucking bag, bitch, when my closet is full of the bags that you call yourself thinking that you gonna buy me, bitch. You ain't the only hoe over here touching money. Nah, I'm gonna keep it P with y'all. I said all that because, bitch, that's just how I think. Like, girl, don't ever in your life think you playing with me. Talking about I'ma apologize in public and then I'ma buy you a bag in private. Girl, please. So, y'all, Lotto take her ass up to the Breakfast Club and she does an interview. And they ask her about the situation between her and Cardi. And Lotto says that, you know, Cardi called herself reaching out to her a whole 2 months later after the whole ordeal with her being on the phone, ranting and raving, calling Lotto out of her name unwarrantedly. And so Lotto said that she didn't even respond or waste her time responding. She said at the time she was in the beginning stages of her pregnancy. And, you know, when Cardi decided to reach out 2 months later, she just didn't care about it anymore. And the situation with Cardi when she was doing all that extra, you know, flawy and shit was in the beginning of Lotto pregnancy. Lotto also stated that when she announced her pregnancy, Cardi didn't even reach out to her the way she reached out to her when she was pregnant with her children. So Lotto also said that she felt some type of way because she said that when Cardi was in the midst of doing her Am I the Drama album, that Cardi called her to do a verse for Airtime Remix, and Lotto said that she rushed to the studio to make sure that she had her verse done for her so that she can put it on her album, I believe, for her first week sales. Bitch, catch the shade. I said, girl, I know you fucking lying. Girl, not you feel like you would help Cardi get her album sales up, because let's just be fucking for real. Let's just be very clear and very real here. Cardi wanted to outsell the goddamn queen. She made that very clear. And when she could not achieve that accomplishment, she tried to backtrack and act like she was not one of Nicki peers. I say that to say Cardi's second album was never going to sell as much as Onika's album. That's just period, point blank. She had not put enough work in. It did not matter how much money she put in marketing and promoting that album. It did not matter that she took songs from 5, 4, 6 years ago and put it on her album. She still did not make the mark. But you know, the delusion of her fan base that she like to cuss out every time she get upset or her fucking draws in a bunch, and the delusion of people who just don't like Onika wanted to see her outshine Nicki, and it still didn't give. It is what it is. So not to go on a tangent, y'all, but Lotto said that she felt like her and Cardi was friends. And she felt like at the end of the day, the first response tweet that Cardi tweeted out, she felt like, girl, you could have called me because we have each other's number. You know, she felt like they had a different type of rapport and a different type of bond that they were creating. Apparently not, because your homegirl think you are a pussy. Y'all, if y'all ever watched the Low Down Dirty Shame, that's why I say that shit like that from that Mexican nigga when he said pussy. Child, I need to stop. So, y'all, after, you know, Lotto went to the Breakfast Club, Cardi decided to make another tweet speaking out about the situation. And this is what she said. Cardi says, I truly understand how you feel, and that's exactly why I chose to apologize publicly, because the disrespect became public. On that call, I didn't even mean to call you that. I didn't mean any harm. There's a difference in what I said versus what I meant. What I could have said was you was too forgiving and gave too much mercy in that situation. But it was a heated conversation. I let my mouth get the best of me. When the call came out, I was 8 months pregnant, had just released my album, and was extremely overwhelmed and emotional. That's not to excuse what I said, but to let you know where I was in my head. I genuinely felt bad about what happened. In 2025 and 2026, I made multiple attempts to connect. I spoke with your manager, your sister, and even texted you directly to take full responsibility. I always had love and respect for you. I always wanted to make it right, but making it right looks different for the both of us. I wanted to connect with you, but you wanted to address it on your album. And this is what I'm going to say to you, Cardi. You can't get mad on how a bitch gonna respond about a bitch talking shit about her behind closed doors. You act like you like that girl. You act like you were friends with that girl. And meantime, in between time, you think the girl is pussy. You don't even think the girl is strong enough to even stand up for herself. You think she's a pushover. Every black person know exactly what you meant and how you said it, because that's why you said what you said, and it is what it is. That girl thought you were friends, and you made it clear that you were not her goddamn friend, because a friend wouldn't even insinuate no shit like that. And you can't get mad on how Lotto respond. Yes, she decided to respond in her music, on her album, because at the end of the day, girl, we know you're not writing shit, and we know you're not pushing no pen, and we know you're not even lyrically inclined. Girl, you got mad because Nikki literally mentioned you in a metaphor that you couldn't even understand and comprehend the context of a fucking compliment. So we're not worried about you going back and forth with Lotto in no booth, because pen-wise, there is no comparison. Lotto gonna wash you. We all know that. But when we're talking about just outside of music, that was some flaw ass shit that you did. And you got a smart ass mouth and you do little slick ass shit. And I don't put shit past you, Cardi. So that shit that you said about Lotto, I can just imagine the other shit that you said about other bitches. And if you could say that about Lotto, what's the other shit that you said about the other bitches that you've decided to work with? Because you know you do think you bigger than the program. Now, let's get off of you. Let's get on to just the internet, period. I've been looking on certain social media platforms that's been agreeing with this bitch about the whole situation of her apology to Lotto. And to the bitches that agree with Cardi, you raggedy po ass hoes. Y'all are equivalent to bitches that I could never fuck with, never align with, or ever trust a day in my goddamn living life on the God's earth. Y'all hoes are epitome of why women don't trust other women. Y'all hoes are the reason why y'all think it's okay to talk about your friend and then smile in her face when deep down inside you don't even like the bitch or nothing that she stand for. And the crazy part about it is it's always a group of black women rooting behind these pissy poor ass antics that this girl be displaying online. But you bitches always got so much goddamn unwarranted ass hostility, animosity, and such discouraging, disparaging, disgusting shit to say about Sexy Red or Suki Hana. That's why I don't take y'all bitches seriously when y'all call yourself going in an uproar and up in arms about what the fuck a actual black woman is doing, because y'all get online and y'all let that Mexican say whatever and do whatever, and y'all cop please on her behalf. That girl be online calling people roaches. That girl be online calling people monkeys. That girl be online wishing death on people. That girl be online talking about her robbery escapades of niggas, and y'all be, I love me some Cardi B. I love me some Cardi B. Oh, Bojangle ass niggas. Man, please. At the end of the day, Lotto, this is an opportunity for you to get on your shit and really pop your shit. And let me say this little tidbit real quick before I get up off of here. Nikki called you to figure out if there was an issue between y'all. Nikki called you to make a amends if there was amends needed to be had. Nikki called you to get an understanding of why you felt the way that you felt. Nikki actually gave a fuck enough to dial your number and have a conversation with you. But the bitch that you called your friend didn't even reach out to you, not on your pregnancy, and then she gave you a backhand apology, and then she called you a pussy. But yet you took your goofy ass online and decided that you were going to not only try to create a narrative as if Nikki was talking down to you and talking reckless to you, but you even went so far as to be publicly trying to shame and talk shit. Listen, I'm not a person that really believe in karma and coincidence because I really understand how this shit work in the world. But the universe sure is funny than a motherfucker on how it make things come back full circle. Nikki already told you hoes there's no friends in the game. You ain't learned that yet. But I say that to say, Lotto, get on your good foot, Bookie butt. Hopefully you learned the lesson up out of this. And y'all, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure y'all comment down below, ho, and come politic with a P. Y'all, I told you, I got a fucking cold, so I'm about to go back in the house and, shit, go chill. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.